Out with that hamstring twinge, no more than that, they assure us here at Manly. And we're underway, the final game of round 3. Kick-off down to Jason Saab, and they'll work it forward where Taukeaho bounces off the tackle there of Horsburgh. They come in numbers. It comes from Starling and Smithies again, and now Fogarty. Chance for Chris, who's got support in Hunt and Young. He'll go all the way. Seb Chris has kept throwing dummies.
And that's a good pick-up from the bunker. Jamal Fogarty has to get on the outside of Corey Horsburgh, catching the ball on the inside of that lead runner, instructs Daly Cherry Evans.
Sure.
Little side eye from Grant Atkins. Starting a little bit to save there. Might come back to that in a moment. Appealing for consistency from the referee. Well, it wasn't the referee, it was the bunker who made that call. And from what we saw, they got it exactly as the book would read. So Tavunga comes across to Cherry Evans. The side eye from Grant Atkins, that was worth the price of admission on itself. Fantastic. Didn't have to say a word. Now Cherry Evans comes out to Brooks, who goes to Hopewadi, who puts their anchors on, and then he spins to try to get away from Starling. And he'll play it here just inside the 10. Tavunga waiting. Another chance for Manly from close range. It's Cherry Evans trying to carry them into the in goal. They've got one more play here from close range. In fact, set restart instead. There's a bonus as Aloye charges hard. He's only a metre out when he's taken down. Tavunga now tries to spin his way in from dummy half. It's going to be a penalty as well to Manly, and Corey Horsburgh is going to the sin bin and then gives away this penalty here. Well, he was never, ever square or on the line there. And off the back of the set restart, I guess the referee's hands were tied.
That last chance, but the referee had enough, and that was a blatant. He didn't have any effort to get back on side.
Tavunga goes to Bullymore, who weaves his way towards the line and just about gets there. Half a metre short. Tavunga goes wide. Cherry Evans. Here is Hopewadi. Takes them on himself. Good tackle again by Ethan Strange. He's been outstanding. Garrick for the corner. They'll deny him, or have they? He'll plant it down, and Grant Atkins says he got there.
That is the 32nd play the ball inside the 20-metre zone for Manly to start this game. And they finally cracked the Raiders' defence. Bullymore with a big charge on the left-hand side of the field. They open up here on the...
Jazz will make it 6 points to 0 yet. They just had to come away with something. They eventually did, and he adds the extra 2. Big 24 hours for Ruben Garrick, and he's put Manly in front here in the first half. Here is Olukuwatu just tearing his way almost into the backfield. Mariota stopped him, but only just. Last play here, Cherry Evans from the 30, puts it up. Brooks chasing through. Pressure on Weeks. It's still there. Fogarty couldn't clean it up. Guess who pounced? Ethan Bullymore. Terrific kick by Cherry Evans. An awkward one to catch with the uprights in the back of the mind of the young fullback. Weeks puts it down. Fogarty couldn't hoover it up. Bullymore could.
Yeah, all this pressure, all this early possession from Manly start this game is starting to crack for the Raiders. This is Olukuwatu, one of the more devastating back rows we have in the competition. Gets a quick play of the ball, and it allows Luke Brooks to put the pressure on. Weeks hears the footsteps of the little 5'8" coming, worried about the congestion around the post, and Ethan Bullymore pushes through. That is a hit.
Just could not find the handle there, Jamal Fogarty. His reaction, maybe all you needed to know about his disappointment in leaving it there for Bullymore to come through and plant it down convincingly. And from right in front, Garrick makes no mistake. 12 points to 0, and now the scoreboard reflects somewhat the pressure and all that territory that Manly have had in this opening half. They've had 62% of the ball.
after Olakalatu run, Cherry Evans just puts it up. And that's the type of effort that coaches love and highlight. An effort to go and make a difference. Luke Brooks just went after the contest, put the pressure on. Got the reward through Ethan Bullymore. With only a couple more minutes now, Horsburgh on the sideline. I think Cherry Evans might try and strike here. He's very good at scoring long-range tries, Manly.
12 points to 0. Still the time on the clock remaining for Corey Horsburgh back in the sin bin, some 3 minutes plus before it's 13 on 13 once again. So while he's been missing, Manly have grabbed 2 tries. A dozen to the good as Aloye carried here just beyond the 20. Big crowd at Four Plains Park once again enjoying this suddenly. A little bit nervous. After against the run of play, said Chris looked like he had scored. Denied by the bunker. What a change of events from that point on. Trbojevic here. Brings it back towards the halfway line as Simpkin waits for the play the ball. Aloye tipping it on for Brooks and Ben Trbojevic. Good defence there between Starling and also Nicholson on this right-hand side as Cherry Evans hooks it back across his body. More pressure here on Weeks. Lalo is there. More contact. The ball went down. Now Brooks. He links up with yes.
Ko Weeks. And 2 tremendous plays. One from Luke Brooks, the other one from Clayton Fa'alalo. And this could be centimetres difference from being a try or a penalty. Contacts in the air.
Just checking all angles to see whether it's a contest for the ball. Both players are going for the ball. It's a contest, just making sure there's now no knock-on from Manly.
He had his arms extended as if he was going to make a basket-type catch. Clayton Fa'alalo, and eyes on the ball, importantly, the whole way. Did not look at Ko Weeks. He was contesting the ball, no doubt about it. You see him there. Looking as if he's
no knock-on from Manly. It's play on at this stage.
Catch it with his arms extended, and it is play on.
I think Brookie is about to erupt.
Position's going cleanly. Playing on at this stage.
All good to this point. Brooks only had to link up with Bullymore.
The ball is then grounded. We have a decision.
Who has 2 tries in 2 minutes, and now it's a big lead for the Sea Eagles.
And they haven't looked for the flashy play, Manly. They've dominated the scoreboard by being physical through the middle, and on the last play, putting up and having energy and desire in the contest. And Warren, your man Ethan Bullymore has pounced.
I've always liked the way he gets across the turf, Coops, with his time at the Broncos, and then picking up here at the Sea Eagles. Didn't quite happen for him in his first season, but boy, back end of 2024 and to begin 2025, he adds a lot off the bench, and here he is, with 2 balls hitting the deck. They have rattled Ko Weeks with their chasers coming through. Great to see a team contesting kicks from a long way out as well. And Garrick, off the back of it, makes it 18 points to 0. And Fa'alalo on his outside. They'll stop him there. And Horsburgh is just about to be given the green light. 4th play in this set. Brooks for Aloye. Just punches it towards the uprights.
Here comes Horsburgh.
He'll get himself back in the line, and it's 13 on 13 once again, but he's a big winger at the moment. Now Bullymore looking for a hat-trick, a metre short. He'll play it quickly. Simpkin dives in from dummy half. He got there as well. In the space of 10 minutes, Manly have blown this game wide open. Their 4th try, while Corey Horsburgh, I guess it was 13 on 13 for that one play. But what a change in complexion of this game. Just a rapid-fire 10 minutes here on Sunday Night Footy on Fox League. Garrick again converts to make it 24 points to 0. And the celebrations are in full swing here with some minutes still remaining before the break. From Simpkin again, Cherry Evans for Brooks. Shows it to Bullymore, gives it to Ben Trbojevic. They'll hold him up, still going. Here's this left edge forward. Only a couple of metres out when he plays it. Brooks now. They came up quickly. Olakau'atu standing, gets an offload away. Hopewadi out to Garrick. Could he get it down? I don't know that he did. The ball there appears on the ground, and he scored again. From close range, his second try, where it looked as though they might have held him up, but the ball finds the turf instead.
Really hard to tackle close to line. And the strength of his legs just keeps his body upright, and that beautiful, delicate offload there sets up this opportunity for Reuben Garrick.
Garrick, the new dad, hawks it back, having a perfect night. Again from out wide, he adds 2 more points. We've had just on 39 minutes of play, and it's 30 points to 0.
Warren, you've been around a lot longer than me, but I cannot remember the last time that there have been stats and an avalanche of possession on one side of the field in the first 40 minutes to start a game. Manly have completed 23 sets, Raiders only 6. They've had almost 70% possession, and that was 43rd tackle in the opposition 20-metre zone. 43 times in one half. They've had play the balls in the red zone.
Well, that has to be surely some sort of record. That's a massive number for an 80-minute game in itself. At least don't kick the ball out on the full here. Manly have had, as I said a moment ago, at one stage they had 11 of 15 sets. You could add 3 more onto that. Canberra just cannot get their hands on the ball. In the 20-minute mark, they've had a total of 9 play-the-balls. And here is Olakau'atu, off and running, support everywhere. Cherry Evans is there, still going. He's taken down. Jason Saab was screaming for it. They bombed one there. They might still get it. Cherry Evans out to Falalo, taps it in field. Ben Travojevic can't clean it up. Olakau'atu had maybe too many numbers. Didn't know what to do in the end. He took the tackle. They bombed one right there. It could have been even greater for Manly as they go to the... They lost that one 26-24. I'm not saying we're going to see something to that extent again here tonight, but you just never know what the Raiders might be able to do. Closing the door from the inside. Cherry Evans off the right foot. Stops. Goes through the hands of Aurier. Back to Jake Travojevic, who always just knows the one way. Simpkin. For Cherry Evans, Grubbers, Garrick looking for a hat-trick. What a night for the new dad. He's rocked the baby to sleep. One-day-old Elsie. What a story they will have, both Reuben Garrick and his partner Riley in years to come. The night dad grabbed a hat-trick, having just become a father 24 hours earlier.
Yeah, big night for Reuben Garrick, but that man, the halfback, and the Harvey Norman replay, Cherry Evans, almost got carried off the field and didn't look like he'd be coming back this week last game against the Warriors. His kicking has been an absolute clinic here tonight. KO Weeks found out again.
Not a lot of him, but boy, he's hard to stop. We've seen that from the midpoint of last season onwards. Ben Travojevic, what about these metres off the back of points? They're 30 away with 1 left in this set. Comes back to Cherry Evans, puts it high in the air. Pressure here on Xavier Savage. He puts it down. It comes back to the Seagulls. 6 again is the call. It's a bombing raid from Manly on this Sunday night at Brookie. Cherry Evans out to Garrick. He might get 4 or 5. Here he is! Reuben Garrick. The rarest night indeed. Can you believe his story this weekend? Come on, Reuben. Give us one more rock the cradle.
4 tries for Reuben Garrick. And the attack of Manly is absolutely on fire. The kicking game and the kick chase here of Cherry Evans putting Weeks under pressure again. They get the ball back and they don't settle for one play. They shift to this right-hand side. Cherry Evans sums up beautifully, and watch the footwork and speed. But Reuben Garrick, the big left-hand fend into Seb Chris. I tell you what, when Manly put it together, particularly here at Four Pines, when their attack is hot, there is not too many other teams in the competition that can match it.
They have just been ruthless on errors made by... I'll reach for the record books here to see what the all-time tallies are. The Sea Eagles in a single game. This one does swing back. Flags in the air. A bit of possession in this second half as they play it there through Sasangi. And now Paddy jumping out from dummy half. A snapping tackle by Ola Kawatu. Took him down heavily. And Horsburgh, big dummy half there. Swings it back across the uprights. Mooney well handled. Manly determined to keep a clean sheet here. Flat pass came from Nicholson, and then Fogarty chipping over the top. A beautifully weighted kick for Seb Chris. Just dabbed in behind the Manly line to great effect. After the ball swung out the back, the forwards just kept pounding it in. Nicholson gave it to him. They put their hands up, said, just lob it over the top, and we'll finish it off, and that's exactly what Seb Chris did.
It took something very special for the Raiders' first try. The offload out the back. The Manly team had raced up defensively, and Jamal Fogarty had...
Ricky Stewart made plenty of mentions of all the travel they had to do when the draw came out some time ago. Certainly hasn't helped their cause, perhaps here tonight. And they have stemmed the flow of points after 2 early tries to Garrick in this second half. It's only 10 points to 6 in the second 40 here between the two teams. And now Xavier Savage midfield, pouring down the field. In fact, it was Weeks doing a Savage impersonation. Nicholson coughs it up. Canberra 5 metres out from the Manly line. Paddy here, feeds it back to Fogarty, looking for a second try. Josh Papali'i fires it out the back, and pushing up in support, as always, is Hudson Young. They get the penalty, the almost professional foul by Daly Cherry Evans, and off the back of it, they grab their second try of the evening.
I hate to say it, but the cue in the rack for the Manly Sea.
Darwin not that far down the track as well. Fogarty from beside the uprights makes it 40 points to 12. Sunday night with Matty Johns coming up after full time. Remember, stick around for that. Ricky Stewart. The classic rivalry. The old days, in the late 70s and early 80s. And then the Storm right here as well. That'll be a beauty, of course. The Battle of Brookie once again. And they've got the job done here comprehensively this evening. A whirlwind of a 20 minutes in the first half, where they racked up 30 points in less than 20 minutes. And at full time here, they've taken down the Canberra Raiders, who suffered their first loss for the season. It's 40 points to 12 at the end of everything.